All right. First of all, congrats, Ben. So can you explain to us whom Jame's play style reminds you of and why?
Let's see, Jame's play style. He's definitely a combination of a number of players. I mean, speed, it reminds me a little bit of Federico, but his strokes are a little different. He definitely whips it more, gets a lot of topspin on the ball. That could almost be Tyson-esque in some sense. He's got a heck of a two-handed backhand, also a little bit like Federico. So most comparably, I'd say he's pretty similar to Federico, but the strokes are definitely a little different. He's almost got that tennis Spanish chariot whip, severe topspin going, which is hard to do in pickleball, but he makes it work.
Can you kind of elaborate on what you mean by cherry whip spin?
It just means brushing the ball where you finish over your head, meaning like this, rather than a more normal stroke like this. And when you go that severe, you're able to get more topspin, but it's a little harder to time. It's definitely something we carry over from tennis, some of us. But yeah, it's a little difficult to execute.
Ben, it looked like you figured out Wieck's cat and mouse game in the third. What were you seeing that allowed you to handle some of his angles and anticipate where he was going?
Yeah, you know, he's definitely got some severe angles, but he definitely also had some patterns and tendencies that I started to pick up on. So certainly when he was on the stretch or in certain positions, even when he wasn't on the stretch, he just had certain tendencies that allowed me to be going where the ball was going before he was really hitting it, because he kind of committed a little early to what his shot was.
Wardrobe question. After the grueling heat all week, you went with the compression tights and the compression sleeves. Is there a strategic purpose behind this?
These sleeves are actually not compression sleeves. They're sun sleeves, so I just use these instead of sunscreen. They're actually extremely cool, but they're not for compression or anything like that. The pants, you know, sometimes I just wake up and I put something on without much reasoning to it, so I can't give you a real reason why I put them on today.
That definitely checks out.
Yeah.
You continue to roll in singles, but you have 2 more matches left to go today. Is the singles final on Sunday still enjoyable? Would you prefer to finish it out on a different day to focus on doubles?
You know, when I lose a match, I'm like, gosh, why do I have 3 on one day? But when I win them all, I'm just like, oh, this is the greatest ever. So, yeah, it's definitely a little bit of both. For now, I would say we can keep doing the 3 finals all on Sunday. But I think the further into pickleball we get, the bigger the tournaments get, the more matches we have to play, the bigger the qualifiers even get, the more depth there is, the more we're gonna have to spread things out. So you can probably see adding like a 5th or even a 6th day and doing, say, each division over 2 days. That might help. And sometimes taking singles off even. So just because of how this sport will progress, I'd assume that what we're doing now will not always be. As to how long it's gonna take to change that, not in a rush. I think it's fine now, and it'll probably naturally change when it needs to. And
lastly, how does it feel to come back from last year's Texas Open men's singles?
Yeah, last year's Texas Open, I never liked to lose in a final. That's one of the worst feelings, really. So yeah, I guess I don't really associate a tournament too much with like I'm coming back and you know I lost last year, so I'm going to win this year. It's more just like every tournament I'm trying to win, doing my best to win. So after I get it, I'm sure it's satisfying to be like, okay, I got this one. This was kind of bad last year, but kind of going into it, I'm really just same mindset as always, which is I'm there to win no matter what.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks.